All right, welcome to EURUSD review for Sunday, March 30th, as well as Monday, March 31st. This is a 45-minute chart as usual. I do my levels after the close around 4 or 5 o'clock. So for Friday into Sunday evening, that's anytime during the weekend. Sunday opens at 5 o'clock, and I had my levels ready before then. I have the yellow dots here showing some of the setups we had available today. One thing I want to mention, if you go back to the last video I posted around the 10-minute mark, I mentioned after this action how we hadn't reached that bull flag on the top, and I really thought that we should have, and I expected that we would before selling off and continue to consolidate, waiting for news probably on Wednesday with the tariffs, and that is exactly what happened. So let's get into a 15-minute time frame. Again, the yellow top right here is the resistance of the bull flag we've had all month. This yellow is the middle of it, and there's another yellow part on the bottom that we can't see on this level chart, but it's fine. Point being that this was expected to hit. I'm glad it did, and then we got a great sell from 848 down to 786, so over 60 point sell from there. If you wanted to short that, I wouldn't, though. I'd wait for the longs as usual. So let's get back into the 15-minute chart. All the levels were made before Sunday open around 5 o'clock, which opened right here. I had this level right here as a reclaim, so I would want to see price hit like this and then push through and to go long. Below that, I had a strong level here from the past month, so I want to see a dip in recovery of it, just like you see here, for example, and we'll get into that. And then below that, I had a single line major level here. I wanted some space for price to work between this area, and I saw that this was probably just the main level of interest in this area, and that worked out too. We'll get into that. And I had major zone down here, and that is where I really wanted to set up a buy, ideally, if presented with a dip in recovery, because there's no low to work with here all the way until down here. So a dip in recovery would give you the best chance of making sure the level was flushed and traps people trying to go short below that. So let's get into it. So we opened at 5 o'clock on Sunday, like I keep on mentioning. That's always smart to remember for Euro USD. What did we do? We tagged this reclaim level exact. As you can see, we were trying to reclaim it, and we did for one level to level move right here on Friday morning. And then since there, we had just been consolidating below it, tapping it once, twice, 3 times, multiple times during the afternoon, pushing through a little bit before close. So I assumed that we would probably base underneath and then try once more to go above. What did we do on Sunday open? We sold off exactly from that level, and we went down to the strong level, and we got a dip in recovery of the level. As you can see, we sold through, hit 2 minor levels almost exactly. This one open, close and open. And the way to enter this would be, since you have a nice low here available, the low was 812. You probably enter like about 3 points above it. So 814, we had a minor level there. So what you want to see is price go back up, push through that trigger, and then eventually either go back down a little bit and push through, or go up right away, come back down, and then start pushing up. In this case, we didn't get neither really. We kind of got to push through the trigger a little bit right here, and then just a little bit of a dip before pushing up. So realistically, you'd probably go long around 816. I didn't take this, although it was a good setup. I was waiting for more selling. I just wanted to get a little better positioning from the high. I didn't want to be too close here, and I did expect us to get up here and sell probably at some point. So anyways, the first setup we had again was the failed breakdown as well as a dip and recovery combination of this 814, 812 level. That went level to level from around 814, if you entered around there, up to 829. So 15 points, which is more than what we're looking for, at least for our first profit take. Then we tagged the top level directly, which is great confluence, letting us know levels are listening. And then we sold right back down to that level, and we bounced again with the exact bounce and close at the level here, and then exact bounce off of it at 7:30. Another opportunity to go long if you missed the first one. I didn't take this either. Like I said, I was still waiting. Probably going to just wait overnight. I didn't like the fact that we were so up up high, even though we were about 30 points from the high of Friday. I wanted more pullback ideally, and I was okay with missing some setups. A third setup you could have is the reclaim, like I mentioned before, of this level. Here, what you're looking for is the push through over the level, a little dip, and then another push up. That happened, and it pulled back a little bit after, so you could go long around 832, and that went up to the next level, about 13 points, and sold off with a direct tag at the top level, back down into the reclaim area. This is what you call a back test. As we broke out of this area, came back to back test it, and then pushed off of that, which provided another long opportunity if you wanted to take it. And that went again all the way up to that level, exact open and close, and then sell off of that level. Great price action. We kind of consolidated above, pushed for more. That didn't work out. We sold underneath, and this level would have been a dip and recovery setup with the failed breakdown combo that you would have gone long somewhere around 831-ish, and that also worked out for 17 points. We tagged a bull flag, like I mentioned on the last review, around 10 minutes into the review, which is excellent. At this point, it's 3 in the morning. I was sleeping, but we got the great pullback that we were looking for. We came right back into the strong level that I had mentioned, that I was looking for to be very important today. We got a direct tag and an open off of that level, almost direct tag. That pushed off around 812. If you wanted to go long, you would have gone long around 816, 817, and that went for 12, 13 points, perfect. And then sold off again. Then you got a dip in recovery again of this level. Now I was awake and I wanted to take this, but what happened was we did not flush this low. We matched it exact, so I didn't get the exact setup I wanted. And realistically, I wanted to go down, price to go down here for me to go long. I didn't get that, so I stayed patient, but I did watch that become a level to level move. It was hard to figure out where to go long. I didn't want to go long up here. We could have gotten a back test right away that sold down and made me get stuck in a position where I have to hold my position through a big drawdown before it would go back up. So I just passed on all that. Then we got a back test of the reclaim area again. The first back test was here, second back test here. That sold down. I got nothing for me to do. I'm not trying to short this market right now. But as that was going down, we got a setup finally. So we tagged this level direct. That gave me great confidence. Even though it's a single line, we hit it on the head perfectly. And that bounced right away. That's what you want to see when it hits the level. You want to see it hit and start moving up. At least 3 points gives you confirmation that the level is being respected. Maybe 4 or 5 if it goes into a zone. But every setup is different. You can play this based on what you see. For example, if price sells straight down from like 830 here into this zone at 878, 788, it's about 40 plus points. If it came straight down, then if it touched it and started moving 3 points, I would consider taking a long or starting a small position if there was no low I could use for a failed breakdown. That's what I would just call a direct test, or like a back test of a previous level. But anyways, like I was saying, so finally I got a setup here at 845. We came down, tagged this level directly, and started moving up. I saw we had 2 lows from earlier, the matching lows, which were around 805. So around 807, I was confident to go long with the double confluence, a level tag plus failed breakdown of 2 lows. So I went long at 807. I got about 8-9 points. It ripped right through. I took my profits right around this area because it went pretty fast. Came back down and then started pushing up again. So I took some profits here. I had like a small position left over, about 30%. We moved up a little more. I took a little bit more, and then I had about 15% left, and that eventually trailed out. There was a failed breakdown attempt around here, but I didn't take it because I knew what I wanted and I was gonna get it. I was gonna wait for it, and then around 10:15, we dipped and tagged the level. You can see how we came in, dipped above almost 6 points, and then kept on going up higher, another 6 points. So 12-point bounce directly off, and then we sold back down, and then we finally actually dipped a level and then started pushing up. So I went long around 792. I took off most of my position right here at 800 for 8 points. held that position because I liked the fact that we bounced off this pretty hard. Sold 15% of the position up here, and then I held a runner. The runner kept on going down. It took my break even out. I should have kept it because it was a small position a little bit below this low to stay involved. But I'm still working on keeping those runners open and trusting the process. Sometimes with that, I'd rather just hold on to my profits and not lose any of them. But look what it price do. As usual, it back tested the zone that we started from, giving big money a second time to accumulate a position and shake out some people and on the process, and then we went right back up. So I'm going to do the levels now for Monday night into Tuesday. I think what I saw is pretty bullish right now. If I had to take a look, I think we're going to start moving up probably. What I would like to see ideally is a sell down to here and a double fail breakdown of these lows. Even better would be a fail breakdown of these lows possibly, but let's see what we can do. We have a strong level support right here. This level of support is obviously big, but realistically, we might not get that chance. We might be ready to push through this bull flag. The last thing I'll say is the tariff news is on Wednesday, so I think what would make sense is more consolidation before we take off then, but you never know. So hope this helps. A lot of great information today. Feel free to leave comments and questions in the messages below. Thank you guys.